Hello YouTube, what is going on? Dead Last Jack here with a video for you. Today I want to talk about pop counts and print runs. And I'm going to use a very common card to do this with, as you can see here on the screen. I'm going to use the 2019-20 Panini Prizm rookie of Zion Williamson, number 248. And I'm going to use that card because, as everybody knows, there's been a lot of those graded, and there's always a lot of those for sale. And I'm going to kind of give you an idea why there's so many for sale, because I've already did the math and I'm logged into several sites and just want to kind of touch on this. I've seen a few videos by other people on population reports recently that made me start thinking about it. And one thing that I know they mentioned, and is a very good point, is sometimes stuff gets resubmitted. So even though a population report says a number, and maybe it's a lower number than this card, obviously, and maybe they resubmitted it to get a higher grade, or tried to get a higher grade, or maybe they bought a Beckett slab and decided to have it regraded as PSA, because we all know that PSA resells for more. So even if you bought a Beckett 9 and you got a PSA 9, you're probably going to gain value as far as resale value goes. And if you can pull a Beckett 9.5 and get a PSA 10, then of course you're going to pull more money too. And same thing goes for SGC slabs. Some people love the SGC slabs. I personally like them, but again, there's more resale value on a PSA. And you get an SGC 9.5, it could fall to a PSA 10 possibly, so that would be a huge increase versus what you're going to get out of an SGC 9. Now, I don't think that collectors care as much, but with all the resellers going on right now, with people buying and flipping cards and trying to make a few extra bucks here and there, so I'm sure there's a lot of those population reports that are not exactly accurate because of stuff like that. Or maybe it's someone who does a registry. Maybe they buy a card in another slab to have it regraded for their registry. Or maybe they just prefer to have all their cards in the same slab. Some people like to have everything matching. But regardless, I'm just going to give you a rough idea of the population count and the amount that had been printed. Now obviously the printing part is a little trickier. We're just going to throw a guess out there, and I'm sure it's not going to be overly accurate, but based on what we're looking at, we'll take a stab at it and just get an idea. So with that being said, let's get to it. Now as you see, I got this, I did a search for 2019 Prizm Zion number 248 on eBay, and I marked not professionally graded, but as you see, the very second listing has a PSA slab on it. So let's assume that the not professionally graded ones is 100 of that 178. And I'm sure it's a little more than that, but we'll just use 100 for easy math. Now, I've already ran the calculator up, so I'm not going to show you that right now. But you can kind of go along with me if you choose to kind of verify these numbers. So we're going to call that 100. 100 listings that's not actually graded, or that are not transferred from another site. Because for instance, ComC will list some of your cards on eBay for you, so some could be double listed, because I got ComC in the list. So with that being said, let's go ahead and let's assume that's 100. Then we will jump up here to, we'll just go ahead and go to ComC. ComC, there's 21 right here in the middle. 2019-20 Panini Prizm number 248.1 Zion Williamson. There's 21 on ComC for sale. So that's 21 plus our 100. We're at 121. And this first part's easy math. We'll jump over to Star Stock next. Star Stock. Now we're counting the non-graded ones, because I got population reports for the big three graders. So we're going to just count ungraded ones for now. So Star Stock A's has 19 in the vault and 9 for sale. So there. And then you got 22 cards in the vault for Star Stock B, and 3 cards in Star Stock C. So can add those up. And obviously 2 for sale, 13 for sale. So there's some more. So there's more ungraded cards. Like I said, we're not going to count these PSAs or BGSs because I got those sites pulled up as well. So let's start with the low end. The low end when I'm talking about the amount graded. Not necessarily anything wrong with any of these grading companies. So let's start with SGC, and you see I already got it pulled up, Zion Williamson, and I got the number 248, the base version, 943 total graded by SGC. So that's all grades. There's been 13 pristine, 245 10s, 333 9.5s, and so on. So there's there's over 1,000 if you count the raw ones we just added up. And then your next lowest pop, and it's a huge jump, is Beckett. So you jump to Beckett, and Beckett in the 2019-20 Panini Prizm Zion Williamson, number 248. This has, of all grades, there's actually been a 3 graded, 2 of them, and 2 4s. But anyway, in all of them, we have 12,387 cards graded. So that jumps you up over to like close to 13.5. So you're like around 13,500 now. Okay, and we still haven't hit PSA, which is the big one. And you see the gem rate on this is pretty good. 3 times the 9 is, well, more than 3 times the 9 is the 9.5 gems, and he's actually had 660 10s, 27 black label 10s. So that's pretty impressive rate there when it goes to Beckett. I actually have one of these 9.5s, but and I bought it in a 9.5 Beckett because of the price point versus a PSA. I didn't want to spend the extra $300 for a 10. Anyway, so there, that's like at 13.5, give or take. And then we jump over to the big boy, the big number, and that's PSA to their pop report. And you got Zion Williamson, number 248, the base. And we've got a whopping 28,620 total graded. And even it, on the gem rate, is over 3,500 more gems than there is 9s. So that just tells you how easy it is to get a gem mint in this card. But it's also a 2-year-old card. So let's hope. Actually, it's a year-old card. I'm sorry, it's a year-old card. A year and a couple months. So let's hope that they're in good condition. I mean, with today's capabilities in the grand scheme of things, let's hope that we can make gem mint cards. I mean, it's not 1985. I mean, come on. So anyway, there is some low grades though. I mean, look, 36 5s, 153 6s, 87 7s, so on. So you can get a lower grade, but you have a really good likelihood of hitting. You got at least a 50% chance of getting a gem, and better than that if you send it to Beckett. And I didn't really add up the SGCs, but I know it was pretty good. So anyway, you add another 28,600 to that total we had, and adding all those up, if I didn't mess anything up, there's a total of 42,115 Zion Williamson rookie Prizm cards for sale. Now that's just his Prizm, and that's just for sale. So, or sorry, for sale or has been graded. So not all those are listed anywhere, but they're either listed for sale raw, or they've been graded by the big 3. That doesn't include if they've been graded by somebody else, like a GMA or a Mint grading or whatever, KSA. This is just the big 3 and what's listed for sale on StarStock, ComC, and eBay, which eBay's kind of a guess. So 42,115 Zion cards. So let's say there's another 15,000 cards out there that are not listed for sale. They're still in packs, or they're sitting in somebody's collection. They haven't been graded. Maybe 15,000 is a lot. Maybe 15,000 is low. I don't know, but we'll use 15,000. Let's make it a round number and let's just say there were 60,000 of them printed. So a lot of people are like, well, Zion has too many Prizm cards out there. Well, 60,000 is a lot, but I'll guarantee there's more than 60,000 card collectors right now with the market booming the way it is. And I'll guarantee you, out of those card collectors, that probably at least a third of them would like to have a Zion Prizm rookie. So, is there really too many printed? Maybe, maybe not. It's hard to say. But I just found that all interesting, and I went ahead and did the research myself to come up with the numbers, and anybody can do this, but I hadn't seen a video with this much detail over one card, and I was just kind of curious for my own sake. So I thought that was really interesting and a pretty neat number. And like I said, we're guesstimating there's another 17,000 plus cards out there, and maybe that's a high expectation, maybe not. I don't know. I tend to think it could even be higher than that. There could be 75,000 of that card out there, but anyway, down there in the comments, tell me what you think. Tell me what you think about population reports. Do you believe that they're accurate? Do you think they're not accurate at all? I mean, they have to be somewhat. I mean, at least that many cards have been graded. You just have to wonder how many of them has been cracked and resubmitted. But anyway, thanks for sticking around for my silliness, and I'd appreciate a like and a subscribe if you haven't, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Later.